Hey everyone, Caffeine Man here. Welcome to day 3 of my Holland, America, New England cruise from Boston to Quebec City on the Zuiderdam. If you want to know all about the ship and the food on the ship, as well as our first day, be sure to check out the first few videos that I did. This video will be part of a playlist. I'll put the playlist right there in case you want to click on it now, but I'll also include it at the end of the video in case you don't want to miss out on anything. And of course, I highly recommend you checking out all the videos because that's what us guys, content creators, do. For everyone returning, thank you so much. On day 3, we went to Halifax, Nova Scotia, and it was the port that we were most excited to see because the boardwalk looked so beautiful and had tons of shopping, tons of food vendors. My wife and I are foodies, so we like to try all the different foods. It looks like the Halifax boardwalk was going to be the experience of the cruise. Unfortunately, the weather really didn't cooperate with us again, but we did power through it. We were sort of lucky because it never really poured out. It was always sort of an on and off drizzle, sometimes a light sprinkle, so we didn't like get drenched or anything, but it was just enough to be annoying as well as hot and muggy. Most of this will be a walking tour. I will fast forward different parts so it's not too boring. I will talk through it as well so that you'll know what some of the sites are. And I actually do a few food reviews in there too from some of the foodie items we picked up along the way. And even though I will speed up different sections, you as the viewer always have the option to speed things up or slow things down using the settings button or just clicking different areas that you want to see. Let's head out. Upon exiting, you are pretty much right on the boardwalk. They have a lot of signage so you know where you are and where to go. Basically, when you leave the building and hit the boardwalk, you just need to make a right and follow the boardwalk. As you can see, it was pretty easy. Some people have their umbrellas, and you can even see some of the rainfall on camera. The worst of the rain was in the beginning though. Now, here is a beautiful view of Halifax across the water. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful view of the city, that sky, the colors, amazing. As we continued on, the light sprinkling raindrops turned to more of a light drizzle. The only upside to the bad weather was that there weren't a ton of people on the boardwalk, so I was able to get some pretty decent shots of the boardwalk without a ton of people being in the shot. The downside, how drab the colors look. Even with the dreary sky, it was still a very beautiful boardwalk, and I can imagine how great it would look on a clear day, or rather than imagine, just watch other people's videos on it. They do have several maps of the boardwalk to show you where you are as well as some of the main attractions. Oh boy, Which way? Right to see the beautiful sights of foggy water, or the kids route? Let's go the kids route. This is where the food booths and shopping starts. They have a large seating area with lots of tables and chairs on the dock for an amazing view when the weather is nicer. You can just eat and overlook the water. There are also regular chairs to sit in as well. They also had a bunch of little stores that were closed, most likely due to the weather. As we continued on, the drizzle did change back to a light sprinkle, with the drops being a little bit bigger. At this point, it was actually getting a bit warmer and much more muggy. You could even tell by the surroundings. If you look closely, you'll actually see the fog forming right in front of us. The cool raindrops would hit the hot boardwalk and turn into a cloudy mist right in front of you. And although annoying weather, kinda cool. Or should I say, although annoying, kind of lit. This was another nice viewing area on the grass. At this point, we were about 80% done with the boardwalk, which ends at a casino, but I didn't want to miss the street that led to a store I heard about. Jason Dunn, a fellow YouTuber and friend of Viking Zero Reviews, is from Canada and mentioned I should check it out. It is definitely a colorful place, and with a name like Freak Lunchbox, you sort of expect that. Let's go take a look around. This was an amazing novelty store for pretty much any kind of candy that you're looking for. They had every flavor of every brand and stuff I never even heard of before. Did you know Arizona Tea made nachos in cheese dip? I didn't. They had a lot of different flavors of Mountain Dew and other unique drinks. Lots of Sour Patch Kids options. I've heard of the Warhead soda in the US, but never actually saw it. I'm pretty sure we have similar stores in the US, but it was fun finding this one in Canada. Here were the unique, I just did air quotes, unique energy drinks, and I was definitely let down. These were the same exact drinks that we have in the US, and they're made by Boston America Company. I even picked it up to make sure that it was from Boston America Company, and it was. Shipping their stuff all the way to Canada, so good for them. But as unique as they look, they're just generic energy drinks. Be sure to check out this video right here if you want to learn more about third label private energy drinks. It's very eye-opening. It shows you how to look out for generic crappy energy drinks. Since we were a street away from the Boardwalk, we checked out a few other stores. Oh, Snap Convenience, what do they have? Only Rockstar. Wow, what a selection. And not to mention, we felt like we were going to get murdered into a small crowded store. Onwards. Wait, is that a telephone? Why, yes. Yes, it is. Back to the Boardwalk and Peace by Chocolate. Yum. Alright guys, we just stopped by Peace by Chocolate, an amazing chocolate place. They have all sorts of chocolate bars. I'll run a little video for you so you can see the chocolate, but they also have chocolate by the piece, so you can get 2 pieces, 4 pieces, 8 pieces. We ended up getting 4 pieces to sample, and here they are. We'll take a scroll down here. We got some mango white chocolate. We got a peanut butter chocolate. We got some caramel delight, caramel filled milk chocolate. And this is actually chai dark chocolate. I'm not overly into dark chocolate, but I do love chai, so I wanted to try it out. And we also got, it is an apple cinnamon Danish, and that is gonna be delicious, I hope. And let me try out some of these things for you. Some of them are for my wife, but I definitely wanted to try out the mango white chocolate. I heard a lot of good things about this. I definitely am a white chocolate fan, even though white chocolate isn't a real chocolate. But I'm definitely a fan of mango. For those of you guys who watch my channel, let's taste it out. It is a good white chocolate. I did not get much of the mango, so I'm going to go back in and get some of the mango, just a little bite. That mango really complements the chocolate really, really nicely. I should have actually gotten a drink as well. We've been kind of thirsty. We've been walking the Boardwalk. It's been raining on and off, and we actually didn't really find a place to eat yet. Smoked Poutine that we wanted to get some poutine at closed. We tried to find a barbecue place. Even the place that had the fried dough, all the stuff is closed for some reason. Not only closed on Mondays, but I think because of the weather. The weather's actually cleared up, so we are going to be stopping by the Poutine again, so maybe that will be open now. Let's go ahead, let's try out the chai dark chocolate. Ooh, bigger. It's almost like a caramel dark chocolate, and or a caramel chai. It's like the caramel in there has some chai flavoring. And although I might not like dark chocolate, that chai caramel is really, really, really good. Definitely worth it. If you guys are coming to Halifax, you gotta try Piece by Chocolate. Amazing, amazing stuff. And now I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'm gonna try this. I was just gonna break a piece off because it really looks hard to carry, but I don't mind getting a little bit messy. So everyone knows that the middle is the best. So I am gonna just turn that right up, right into the middle. There's the back actually. You can see the apples and the cinnamon there. Nice and moist. See how the pastry is. The perfect consistency. It's not too light, it's not too dense. Really, really good. Really got a good like Danish pastry or even croissant kind of texture to it. The apple is very light, so it is mostly a Danish cinnamon roll kind of flavor. Not as dense as a cinnamon roll, but really, really good. And if you guys see the shelves that I show you, I'm sure each and every one of those desserts is probably amazing. We are going to continue through Halifax. We're probably going to get some ice cream next. So this is the way you do it. You start off with chocolate, have a pastry, get some ice cream, and then decide if you want to have dinner or not, because you never have room for dessert at the end of a big, great meal. Why not start off with dessert? I'm thinking about opening a restaurant someday. That is, I shouldn't even say that because people like to steal my ideas. It's probably going to make a restaurant where you start off, you're required to have dessert first, then dinner, and then an appetizer. If you feel like it, I will see you guys later. Alright guys, gonna be trying my first taste of poutine. That's right, I've never actually had poutine. It basically is french fries, brown gravy, and cheese curds. French fries are fresh, they made it right there. Very, very hot. The gravy is really, really good. And the cheese curds are actually starting to melt on there, so you get a nice cheesy, melty, brown gravy. If you've never had poutine, it's always great to try it the first time. Definitely something I would eat again, and I do know that in Canada, they have all sorts of different poutines. They have a whole bunch of gourmet poutines, like every restaurant is gonna have poutine. We just went with the traditional. It's really, really good. Next up is gonna be some Cow's Creamery. Alright guys, we just got back from Cow's Creamery. My wife got the Maple Moolicious. It's got maple syrup and some, I think she says toffee in there. And then I got the PEI Blueberry. Now being from New England, Rhode Island, I've had blueberry ice cream before, so I am curious how the blueberry is from Halifax. I've heard Cow's Creamery is amazing, and actually, even though I've had blueberry ice cream with pieces of blueberry, this actually has real blueberries in it. That's like, I mean, not real blueberries, full-size blueberries in it. Let's go ahead, let's taste it out, and I am going to be going right for that main blueberry right there, or that Halifax blueberry right there. My camera person is indisposed at the moment, so you'll have to take my word that I am the person eating it.
Figured I would turn the camera around, talk to you guys, and wow, that first bite was really good. Let's go in for the second bite before I give you my final views on it. Doing this with one hand. Here we go. It's the camera. And what's interesting is, obviously because it's ice cream, the real blueberries, I mean, they're all real blueberries, but the full blueberries are actually kind of frozen, so you can actually like bite into them and chew on them. It's almost like they're slushy. But then within the blueberry ice cream, it's not just vanilla ice cream. It actually seems like the ice cream has really absorbed the blueberry flavor, and it is probably one of the best blueberry ice creams that I've had. Great job to Cow's Creamery. I will put a rating on the screen for you guys, as well as how my wife thought the maple was. And one last thing, this did actually cost $6 for just one scoop. We thought it was a little bit pricey, but everything in Halifax is going to be pricey. But each and every bite had so many blueberries in it. That is like one bite right there. All the ice cream was taken out just so you can see how many blueberries that I was crunching on right there. This thing is packed full of blueberries.
And here is the view from our ship. It actually started to clear up a touch, so if we had known that, we would have gotten off the ship closer to 1 or 2 o'clock, but how are you really supposed to know that? Overall, not a bad day, and here is the other me to tell you more. Hey guys, so it is the end of day 3. Today was Halifax, and as you can tell, it wasn't an amazing day or anything like that. Basically, the weather did not really want to cooperate with us. It was very hot. It was very muggy. It was very hazy out there, and it had this weird thing with the rain where sometimes it would just rain a few drops. There's the foghorn. But then it would stop, and then sometimes it would come down a little bit harder, and then it would stop. And even the boardwalk at one point, the boardwalk was so hot that when it would rain lightly, you could actually see the steam coming up from the ground. And it made for a very uncomfortable day. And I guess it just goes to show that no matter when you go on vacation, you can always get bad weather. So we actually looked to see what the weather was going to look like for the whole week before we got on board, which is why we canceled the excursion in Arcadia. And luckily enough, we don't actually have that many excursions booked for our trip. So it does look like it's going to be raining just about every day, so we don't have to cancel any other excursions. And we actually have the option to just stay on the ship. So we did bring some books with us, and as of right now, we're not sure if we're actually going to go around the town in Sydney if it's raining. We're not sure if we're going to do anything at Prince Edward Island either, because we didn't have an excursion planned. We were just going to kind of see the sights that were there. But if it's raining, we can just stay on board. And on Holland America, and I'm sure a lot of other ships, they actually have on-demand movies that don't cost anything. So we can actually stay in the room, watch movies, read some books, and actually just relax. The truth is, when I go on vacation, I do like to try and do as much as possible, see the sights, and just cram as much stuff in as you can. But the truth is, I really do just need to relax. For all my regular audience members, they know that I work 2 jobs, so I have vacation from my first job, but then I do YouTube as sort of a second job, and it can get to be a bit much. I probably don't sleep as much as I should, so I'm gonna catch up on my rest and relaxation. I'm not sure how many more videos there's gonna be, because like I said, they might just be boring videos if we're not doing much. But in any case, if you are liking these videos, be sure to hit the like button. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe because my channel is not a travel channel, but if you do get use out of this, definitely feel free to share with others. And if you just happen to like energy drinks and caffeine safety videos, then you should definitely subscribe. Thank you for joining me in Halifax. If you're looking to watch all my videos from my trip, I will include a playlist right there for you. And if you happen to be interested in caffeine safety, I'll put a playlist right there for you. I feel everyone should be educated on the topic, and I try to do that. And until next time, have yourselves a great day. Or night.